Yeah, yeah. Biggie, biggie, biggie on the mic. We're talking truth, no hype. Drop everything in here, what's up? It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. Listen up, Biggie in the studio, where the real talk flows, yo. The vibe is buzzing, the truth is loud, but Biggie talking calm, keeping it proud. We got stories of struggle, from hardship to hope, from the block to the globe. Yo, Biggie, break it down, break it clear. No filter, no lies, just sincere. Follow Biggie, Biggie, big. Hit like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything and hear what's up. It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. So let's light things up. So let's light things up. We talk about money, we talk about pain, the pain of the youth, the loss of the main. Biggie talk about love, about family ties, all the good and all the lies. We break the chains of ignorance, show the truth with our own language. We're building a bridge over the storm. Keep it steady, keep it warm. Follow Biggie, Biggie, big. Hit like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything and hear what's up. It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. So let's light things up. From the suburbs to the skyline, from the sunrise to the shine. We're turning the page, turning the page. We'll break the walls, we'll break the cage. Biggie on mic with heat to your ear. What's happening in the world? No fear. We talk about peace, we talk about love, we talk about hope. Like a dove, we keep the rhythm, keep the rhyme. We'll light the way through the night. Follow Biggie, Biggie, Biggie. Hit like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything and get a teacup. It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. Whoa, 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 whoa. So let's light things up. Whoa, 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 whoa. So let's light things up.
Live. Biggie, 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 biggie on the mic.
Hey, right.
We're talking truth, no hype. Drop everything in here, what's up? It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. Yeah. Listen up, Biggie in the studio, where the real talk flows, yo. The vibe is buzzing, the truth is loud, but Biggie talking calm, keeping it proud. We got stories of struggle, from hardship to hope, from the block to the globe.
Yo, Biggie, dig it out.
Break it down,
Break it clear.
break it clear.
No filter, no lie, just sincere. Follow Biggie, 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 hit like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything in here, what's up? It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. Follow Biggie, 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 hit like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything in here, what's up? It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. We talk about money, we talk about pain, the pain of the youth, the loss of the main. Biggie talks about love, about family ties, all the good and all the lies. We break the chains of ignorance, show the truth with our own language. We're building a bridge over the storm. Keep it steady, keep it warm. Follow Biggie, 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 hit like a let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything in here, what's up? It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. Follow Biggie, 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 hit like a let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything in here, what's up? It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. From the suburbs to the skyline, yeah. From the sunrise to the shine. We're turning the page, turning the page. We'll break the walls, we'll break the cage. Biggie on mic, with heat to your ear. What's happening in the world? No fear. We talk about peace, we talk about love, we talk about...
Let's talk. Biggie, Biggie, Biggie on the mic. We're talking truth, no hype. Drop everything and hear what's up. It's Biggie time, so let's light things up. Yeah, listen up, Biggie in the studio, where the real talk flows. Yo, the vibe is buzzing, the truth is loud, but Biggie talking calm, keeping it proud. We got stories of struggle, from hardship to hope, from the block to the globe. Yo, Biggie, break it down, break it clear. No filter, no lie, just sincere. Follow Biggie, 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 hit the like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything and hear what's what's up, it's Biggie time. So let's light things up. Follow Biggie, 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 hit the like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything and hear what's up, it's Biggie time. So let's light things up. We talk about money, we talk about pain. The pain of the youth, the loss of the main. Biggie talks about love, about family ties. All the good and all the lies. We break the chains of ignorance, show the truth with our own language. We're building a bridge over the storm. Keep it steady, keep it warm. Follow Biggie, 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 hit the like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything and hear what's up, it's Biggie time. So let's light things up. From the suburbs to the skyline, from the sunrise to the shine, we're turning the page, turning the page. We'll break the walls, we'll break the cage. Biggie on mic with heat to your ear. What's happening in the world, no fear. We talk about peace, we talk about love, we talk about hope like a dove. We keep the rhythm, keep the rhyme. We'll light the way through the night. Follow Biggie, 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 hit the like and let's talk. We're not about drama, just about the life we walk. Drop everything and get a teacup, Biggie time. So let's light things up.
Mike's on mute again. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Biggie Let's Talk episode 48. And today, Marty setting tea kaliye. Today, I'm with a gentleman called Neil Fernandes, Grow Life Coaching. He's a coach, he's a podcaster. Got too many things to mention. I need to get him on. And yeah, so let's get him on and let's find out all about him. Neil, hope you're ready, my friend. How you doing, buddy? You good?
Hey, Biggie, how are you? You're right. Thank you for
I'm
having
fine,
me
thank
on.
yourself. No, thank you for joining me, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. And thank you for that introduction. I appreciate it a lot. How's your day?
Now, day's been alright, man. Finished work, come home, had something to eat. Now just setting myself up for you.
Oh, good,
All good. How are you? Okay, guys, if you're not already following Grow Life Coaching on any of the socials, make sure you give him a follow. He's on Instagram, TikTok. That's it at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, Facebook as well.
Facebook is also, check out Grow Life Coaching
Yeah, that's it.
for all your hints, tips, tricks for a good life.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay, Neil, let's get started, my friend. So where are you actually from? You're from the UK, ain't you?
Yeah. Born and raised in West London. Born in the UK, but heritage-wise, very diverse. So I've got African, Indian, Portuguese heritage. So yeah, a real mixture. But yeah, born and raised West London. So yeah.
Nice. And family all here, or are they all over the place?
Yeah. Immediate family is all here. Blessed to have my parents close by, my sister, and so forth. Got a lot of cousins and aunts and uncles as well, in London, but all over the world too. So yeah, got a good foundation behind me as well.
Do you go to Portugal often?
I haven't been as much as I want to, but yeah, I love it. I love it when I go. I love the food. I love the culture. I love the people.
Oh, definitely, man.
Yeah.
I remember when I went to Portugal, we went to this one place, right, and he gave us the best chili sauce. And Portugal's not really known for its chili sauce, but I remember, and me and my friends still talk about it. Whenever we have chili sauce, we always say, "Remember that chili sauce in Portugal?"
Which part did you go to? Can you remember? Or...
It was this little kind of like a coffee shop kind of thing.
Oh,
We just had a munch there, and it's just mad. The chili sauce. And my friend's a big fan of chili.
Yeah, those are the best places. Those hidden gems.
Yeah, that's it. So siblings?
Yeah, got one sister. Proud to say I've only ever had one argument with her in my whole life. So yeah, great.
Wow, that's brilliant.
And I've got a niece as well. So that's good. Yeah.
Anyone else in the family do coaching?
I think they all like to think they do coaching. They've always they have helped me throughout my life as well. So yeah, my parents have helped me too.
Education all in London?
Yeah, education all in London. I didn't do university or anything like that. I just worked my way up through my career. I've had quite a diverse career. But yeah, done all the basic educations and just built my way up through that basically.
Fantastic. Okay, tell us your journey and how you got into coaching.
Yeah, so basically, Grow Life Coaching was inspired by kind of my own journey of growth and transformation, Biggie. Because through my life, I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. I've done good and bad. I've been through so much, actually, recounting it all. But I've always had a great family around me. But even so, my environment was not always positive outside of that. And I went on my own journey of healing, and through that, I knew I just wanted to help others because my environment, I saw how so many people felt stuck, overwhelmed, stuck in trauma, kind of disconnected from their purpose as well. And also, when you're from cultures like we are, a lot of people in my image felt like it was a kind of taboo to speak up. Do you know what I mean? So through my own self-healing,
Especially with us men, we like to sweep it under the carpet and just let it be and let it fight, let it hurt us inside.
exactly, and yeah, let it manifest, and maybe we turn to not so positive things to help us. But yeah, I realized that like people didn't have a lot of places or communities to go to. So I started off doing mentoring for charity to the King's Trust and stuff like that, and also helping the people around me. And I realized that not only was my advice useful through my own teachings, but it's something I really had a passion for. And so I started Grow Life Coaching, basically, and that's where it came.
How did the name come across? How did the name come around? Grow Life.
Well, I mean, it came across through a couple of things, brainstorming, with my team, my business partner, but also it's just, for me, it's the epitome of what I try to deliver. When people feel like they're stuck or they're in a box, we try and give them purpose so that they're able to grow, and fulfill their potential.
Fantastic. And what was that defining moment when you thought, you know what, you realized you want to help others grow?
Yeah, so I think I mentioned it. There was a time where I was going through my own journey, trying to right my wrongs and trying to live my life with purpose. And my circle were in my environment, so they were all going through similar things. And I remember it quite clearly. We were sat in the canteen once, and we were all like talking and saying our problems and so forth. And I managed to give 2 or 3 of them some advice, basically, because of it resonated with me. And like a week later, they came back to me and they were like, you know what you said, that really worked, and it really had a big impact on me.
Brilliant.
And it wasn't just that it worked for them, but it was like that glow in their eyes that really, gave me that light bulb moment for me and made me want to do this.
Okay, because I know the area, what school did you go to?
Oh, what, secondary school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Gunnersbury Secondary
In
School.
Acton?
No, in Brentford.
Okay, it's in Brentford, okay.
Yeah,
and
Brentford.
College?
Sixth form, it was a cross between Gunnersbury and Gumley. And then I also went to Uxbridge College as well for a year.
Okay, what's the core mission behind Grow Life Coaching?
Oh, that's a great question, Biggie. So the core mission, I think, is because it's so limitless. The core mission is to help people. Help people that feel overwhelmed, feel stuck, that have like barriers or like blockages in their life. And the core mission is just to help them. And through that, they help someone else and just build this foundation that really grows.
And how are you finding your client base at the moment? Is it like through social media and word of mouth?
So it's wide ranging. I'm fortunate that, I've been a victim of my own success. So like, a lot of my clients are through referrals. People have said, you got to try this. It really works and things like that. But also, yeah, through networking, social media, I've joined some chambers of commerce as well. But I just believe the best way to get your business is organically, go out there and
100%.
and really build it truthfully,
Okay, what message do you have? You hope to have to clients and followers to take away from your work?
What message do I have for them?
Yeah.
I would say that, the main message is to begin, because we all put something off, whether it's something small like, cleaning the house, or it's something massive like, making that decision to cut someone toxic out of our life. And it all starts it all begins with you starting. So you could be just one small step, but through that you can create momentum. So it's like, don't put off what you can do today, because tomorrow is never promised.
And have you always been like a bit of a philosopher, or has that just come like with your coaching skills?
I think it's a mixture. I like to think I've always had a wise head on my shoulders. Some people may say otherwise, but yeah, I've always been quite philosophical. Even like the music I've listened to, like hip hop wise, it's always been more conscious, hip hop like Nas and people like that. So,
Definitely. No, I was just about to say
yeah,
Nas.
Nas. I mean, anyone that knows me knows how much someone like Nas means to me. But yeah, I've always been philosophical. I've always tried to be like, the calming influence, no matter the circumstance.
Excellent. Okay, how do you define growth personally and professionally?
So that's a great question as well. So defining it's very individual to each person's individual needs. Do you know what I mean? So, like I mentioned, people can have all kinds of blockages. But growth just means progress. It means, personally, it means waking up the next day and feeling slightly better than you felt the day before. That could be, in health wise, it could be anxiety wise, it could be like you've actually gone for a walk around the block instead of sitting on your sofa. That was stopping you. And then professionally, it just means not settling. If your boss tells you this is what you're made for, always strive to do better is what I would say, because the sky's the limit. Pardon the pun on Biggie, by the way.
Yeah. Thing is, mental health is such a big thing nowadays, especially within men, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
And that's how I started doing this, because I started on Instagram. So I used to do Instagram lives on another podcast. Three of us guys used to sit down together and just talk. Sorry. And then we were on Instagram talking, and people just joined in. We thought, okay, this is brilliant. So why don't we like make it like a weekly thing or a daily thing? Done it daily for a bit, then not everybody can commit to it. And then next thing you know, we're doing lives every week.
That's amazing.
And then obviously, then from 3 guys, and then from 2 guys, then I went one way because we just had a difference of opinion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like you
it's
said,
brilliant. There's so much out there, like, because men really like to keep it in them.
no, definitely, and I think I touched on it before, but when you're in our image from our cultures, it's even more so, because we were taught, from young, roll your sleeves up, toughen up and
Get on with it.
and get on with it. But and I think even more so now, though, Biggie, like I know a lot of men are struggling, and some of my most profound clients have been men, from all different circumstances, but I would also link it like a lot of women are struggling these days too, and it's
Definitely.
with similar issues that the men have. And I think it's just we've got to help everybody, each one to their own, and we got to something like your platform really helps too.
Thank you. Okay, bro. What's the most common challenges clients come up to you with?
So yeah, I think the most common one, I will use the word confidence and the word fear. And what I'm going to do is just explain it a bit more. Is basically the challenges always come from confidence, whether it's a lack of confidence to speak up, whether it's a lack of confidence to begin. And then that is linked to fear. I'll give you just a snapshot, but 2 of my clients off the top of my head, one of them came to me, a lady that is a really experienced professional, but she then got a new boss who was belittling her and demeaning her, and she came to me for help on confidence in navigating that situation and confronting it. And another example is I've been helping a ex-college basketball player who was playing basketball in America. They had a career-threatening injury, so everything they knew kind of got thrown out the window, and they came to me for confidence in navigating that new landscape, to try and get a job and things like that.
Excellent. Okay. How do you help people build? Well, you kind of like answer this, but how do you make people build confidence and shift their mindset?
That's another great question, Biggie. So it all starts with me. What I do is when a client comes to me, we have a free 1 hour introductory chat, basically. And in that chat, we explore all the issues. It's a very open chat. It can be 50-50. And we discuss what the client's situation is, where their confidence may be suffering. And from there, from what they tell me, I then identify, where the blockages are, what they can do going forward. And then we plan sessions going forward to build on that and to unblock all of that. And it can be things like trauma. It can be things, like I said, like a lack of confidence. And so each client, I deliver a bespoke service. So it's very...
Well, what's the best way to deal with trauma, though?
The best way to deal with trauma is to go back to the roots, basically, and understand, some people have trauma from the
From
death,
young age.
Yeah, from a young age, from a death of a loved one, or from an experience from a young age. And the best way to deal with it is about realizing that and confronting it as deeply as you can. You may not be able to have the power to confront it fully, but if you can understand where the trauma is coming from, then we can build a plan to go forward and help you process it more productively going forward.
But you know what? Your videos are brilliant, because I remember when I spotted you.
Oh, thank you.
And then I thought, wow, this guy's brilliant. That's why I approached you in the first place.
I appreciate it.
But how do you pick your spot? Is it like normally like a park, or is it a back garden? How do you do it?
I can't tell you all my secrets, Biggie. I can't tell you all. But no, that's what I mean. Is like, it's inspirational, and it's like, me and my team. I've got a great creative director. We, when the sun's out, it's about having that impetus to go out and enjoy that, and then the inspiration comes, and there's various backgrounds. Everyone check out the Instagram, and it's just we spot a good spot that aligns with the message that I want to deliver.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Okay, and how do you help people build confidence and shift their mindset? Have you answered that?
Yeah, you just asked me that one.
Okay, what are some misconceptions that people have about coaching?
So the misconception that people have about life coaching, I would say, is that it's like therapy or counseling. And what you see in the movies, you've got to lie down on a sofa, and I'm there with my notepad, and nothing could be further from the truth. So like I mentioned, I create a very safe space, whether that be on video call or in person. And coaching is different to counseling or therapy. So counseling or therapy primarily deals with your past, whereas coaching also touches on your past, but helps you find your purpose to move forward, So I would say that's the biggest misconception.
Okay, you kind of answered this already, but can you walk us through your coaching process from start to finish?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm quite an experienced coach now, and what I would say is my coaching style is mainly based on empathy, because, like I mentioned, I've been through a lot in my life, and now I feel like I can say I'm fortunate to have been through all the things I've been through in my life, because it's helped shape me and mold me. But I'm a great listener and communicator. So I work with my clients to gather the details, like I said, of what they may be going through. I think what sets me apart is my listening skills. I put the spotlight on a client and give them the space to perform. And then what I do is I use that information to tailor the sessions. So no client is the same to me. Each session is planned bespoke for that client, whether they book the 3-session plan or the 6-session plan or an individual session plan. I give due care and attention to all of it. And like I said, it starts with an introductory chat for 1 hour, which is free. And then it progresses to the sessions of the client's choice. But we discuss everything. And I'm so detailed that I also give them, a contract. I give them like outlines of the session that has just gone, what we're planning to work on before. But I would also say my coaching style is not just based from textbooks or academic study. It's through my own lived experience, basically.
Excellent. Okay. What's one story or transformation you can share with us, obviously without mentioning names,
Yeah.
that really touched you?
Yeah, so that's a deep question. So I think one that really touched me was a client came to me, a lady, and she came to me twofold. She was in a relationship that wasn't very positive, so it was an abusive relationship, and through that, it knocked her for six. So she had a lack of confidence in her career, in her life direction, and also in her home life. So she came to me through a referral, and she presented these issues to me. We set out a detailed plan to help her with her confidence and given her real tangible steps she could take to achieve her goals. I set out with her like what her goals were and what she would ideally like to achieve. The reason why this one meant a lot to me is, she was very emotional from the start. But I'm proud to say that through the sessions, I noticed momentum shifts. I noticed her body language. I noticed
Right.
her enthusiasm. When she would stand up for herself with her partner, she would come and be so proud and tell me. She got the courage to apply for another role outside of the environment she was in at work. And through the coaching, she achieved that role. And it touched me because I saw the transformation firsthand. And I remember even a year later, I got a Christmas card at my door saying, just wanted to say, you changed my life and thank you so much.
Wow, that's brilliant. That's fantastic. Well done, Neil. Okay, how has your work changed you as a person?
Oh, it's changed me profoundly. It really has. I mean, like I said, I've been on my own journey. Professionally, I haven't always. When I was younger, I didn't have, a leading figure or a direction in professionally. I wasn't in the most positive environments, but through coaching, it's really been. I found my purpose. When I help others. It gives me a sense of feeling. Like I said, I've been fortunate to have had a very varied career. I've been successful in my career, but I can honestly say coaching has given me the greatest satisfaction, and it's helped me as a person too. It's helped me live a really positive and good life too, because I can't preach to people if I don't set the standard myself.
100%. Okay, what are the 3 top habits to improve mental health, mental wellness and confidence? What do you think?
3 top habits. That's a good question. So I would say it all starts with the first thing you do each day. I think, even in times of struggle, if we're fortunate to wake up and be able to live the next day, we got to fulfill it. So it's about having a positive mindset from the start of the day. That's number one. Reading a positive affirmation or listening to your favorite song, or even looking in the mirror and smiling. I would say that's number one. Number 2 is, I would say, be careful of how much energy you're outputting, basically, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So I think that is key. Always self-evaluate yourself. Always look at yourself in the mirror and realize, what your limits are, what you're capable of, and what you can do. And through that, you'll have a domino positive effect on others. And I would say number 3, the third habit would be the company you keep, and your environment. We sometimes want a big list of friends, to say that we're popular, or all of that. Or we live in a world where the currency is always how much more do you have, how much more money, how many more views, how many more likes, but actually some of the best happiness comes in small numbers. So it's like always
keep your circle small.
Yeah, keep your circle small. Always sift and filter. Don't be afraid to cut out people that aren't good for you. So those are my 3 top habits.
Okay, and how do you personally stay motivated and grounded?
That's a good question. I mean, for me,
But don't forget, you're giving people all this advice. You're taking all this in. So and so's had a bad life. So and so's had this trauma. How do you keep yourself grounded?
Excellent question, Biggie. So for me, it's it's those three tips as well. But it's always like, you know, I always evaluate my day. Basically, have I got what I could out of the day? You know, have I, you know, in terms of coaching, have I had a good impact on the people, on my clients? But I spread that wider, because if it's my family or my friends, I keep a close circle. You know,
Yeah.
am I having a good impact on them? Are they having a good impact on me? I'm fortunate to, even in this business, have an amazing business partner, and you know, that's what I do. You know, I try and make sure if I'm giving out quality, what I get back is quality too.
Okay. Great. What role does self-awareness play in personal growth?
Oh, it's pivotal. You know, like I said, it all like growth always starts with that first catalyst. You know, you have to be aware of, I liken it to a car. You know, when you see those dreaded red lights, you know,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my gosh. So your body and your mind always gives you signs. You know, other people won't see it, but you can feel it. Do you know what I mean? So it's always, you know, being aware of your feelings, your health, and all of that, and so it plays a really massive and pivotal role.
Fantastic. Okay, a bit about yourself. How
Yeah.
do you balance everything? Being a coach, speaker, a podcaster. Obviously, you got a family. You got your friends. How do you balance everything?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's tied into your previous question. It's that self-assessment. Do you know what I mean? It's you know, and as I've got older, you know, even in my last few professional jobs, I've always tried to do things that I feel will benefit, you know, my growth. You know, whether, you know, that work-life balance, or am I learning from my job? And I balance it by making the time for the things that I love. So whether that be playing pool, you know, that's one of my biggest passions. Listening to music, traveling, my family. My niece is the apple of my eye, and my friends. I've got, like, I can count my closest friends that see me often on one hand, and so that's how I balance it, basically.
Excellent. Okay, penultimate question. What challenges have you faced building your brand, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah. So, you know, one of the main challenges is, you know, life coaching. Although it's a bit of a niche market, there are, you know, many life coaching services out there. But, you know, I overcome that challenge by saying that there is no other life coaching like Grow. You know, we're authentic. We don't just preach from textbooks or from personality tests or things like that. We go by my own lived experiences, my own studies, my own, like, relating really to the customers. And the other challenges are, obviously, once you start something, you know, it's unknown. You know, you don't know how people will take to it. You don't know, you know, what tomorrow may bring, you know. But I've been fortunate that, like I said, I've got a great team around me that do incredible stuff. And so far, you know, the feedback and the results with the clients has been exceptional. So I'm very blessed and fortunate.
That's the main thing. Okay, before we go, what do you want to go tell us your social media pages again?
Yeah, so, you know, you can find us on Instagram at Grow Life Coaching, the same on TikTok and Facebook, and that is where you'll see all our works and stuff like that. And we've also got a website, growlifecoaching.co.uk too.
Excellent. Okay, and before we go, did you manage to get me a nomination?
Yeah, I did, actually. So let me just find. It's a really inspirational guy. His name's Jordan Grant, and he's called Jordan Grant Films. I'm not going to go into too much detail about his story. I'll let him say it. But really inspirational, and he does music videos, advertising, promoting the community and local companies, and a really inspirational, great guy.
Fantastic. Neil, thank you very much, and all the best for Grow Life Coaching. Feel free to tag me into anything if you want me to share it. Always willing to help, and all the best to you and your team.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
very
us.
much, sir.